Okay, so what I'm here to talk to you today about is KubeStellar. It's a multi-cluster configuration management tool. We've been in the CNCF for quite a while. My name's Andy Anderson. You can find me at Club Anderson. I'm a software architect for IBM Research. So the Venn diagram, long used by many of us to describe. So for basics of what KubeStellar is, you have an inventory of remote managed work clusters, and you have a workload namespaces where you stage your workloads. And that allows you to put workloads into a namespace where pods don't run, and you can then say, I want to connect this workload with this cluster. Okay, so in KubeStellar, you define an inventory, a workload descriptor space, and a workload execution clusters. You add those clusters to your inventory. Then you add workloads to your workload descriptor space, and then you assign them via binding policy. Okay, so this allows you to have a very small size cluster where you centralize all your workloads, and then you distribute them via policy. And when they are sent out to the workload execution clusters, they spin up. This is the API point of view. We use the SIG multi-clusters workload API as our main mode of communication back and forth between the inventory transport space and the definition spaces. This allows us to do things that Kubernetes doesn't naturally allow because it times out after some time. You know, if a cluster goes offline, after a few minutes, it's marked unschedulable. Well, KubeStellar gets around that. Some of the newest things that we've been working on at KubeStellar are things like localization. We're now localized in English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Japanese, Hindi, traditional and simplified Chinese, and Portuguese. Bring your language, we're happy to do it. It only took a couple of weeks to do this. It was great effort for the team. We've got a new website that's coming out, localization help wanted there. We have a build your own multi-cluster plugin with our new plugin framework. You can create plugins for our UI and distribute them to your favorite adopter. We also automated our multi-browser UI testing with Playwright. And we have now what we call the multi-plugin for kubectl. Allows you to work with multiple clusters from the command line. So if you do a kubectl get pods -a, it'll give you all the pods that are running in all the clusters in all the contexts that you have loaded. That saves you a heck of a lot of time, and it cuts down on kubectl fatigue. That's what we call in our group. We've started off with 8A project, and that allows us to automate your provisioning and pod and workload and binding policies across all clusters using your favorite, either Gemini, OpenAI, add your API key here. And we're working seamlessly with Argo. The goal this second half of this year has been to increase the quality of our product and support for our adopters. Here's our new website. It'll be coming out in December. I think you'll all love it there. It'll have an enhanced sandbox where you can try KubeStellar out for free. Nothing you'll have to load onto any local clusters. Our plugin API, this allows you to plug in using WASM and some node code. You can build a plugin and then easily use it to do anything you want across multiple clusters. I don't really understand this meme, but the folks there I trust, they gave it to me and they said it would be interesting for you to see, so I'll leave it at that. Basically, it allows us to have a consistent user experience across all of our domains and all of our products. Here's the multi-plugin in use. So you can see you're issuing like get service -a, and it'll show you in both clusters which services are available. Get deployments -a, you get the picture here, right? We added an extra column to the output for clusters. This is how you install it. It's a brew formula. It takes a couple seconds to do it. Take a picture, try it out for yourself. Okay, whoops, let me get that out of the way. All right. And finally, we have, this is the 8A project. The 8A project allows you from prompts to be able to cut and paste prompts and use it with something from UV. I believe it's a Python library, and that allows you to use prompting to assign workloads to separate clusters. So how do you get involved? We've taken a lot of time to build out a contributor ladder here at KubeStellar. We are on contributor. You can get our issues there for help wanted. You can also go to our kubestellar.io/TV. That's our YouTube estate, and you can search for contributor ladder. Some of our interns from the summer have actually gone out and built a nice video on how to do that. And we have a mentor program. We've graduated 12 mentees so far. We get a lot of draw from around the world on joining us and learning how to code against Kubernetes. And this is where you can find us, okay? We're here today, right? Tomorrow at 6:15 on the show floor, you'll see us. There's a poster session. We do a joint studies agreement with Cornell University, where they're working on something called the software-defined farm. It's very high-edge content, which means they're working at farms, dairy, cattle, corn, cotton, tomatoes, et cetera. And sometimes those clusters are offline, and you can deploy AI models to discover things like pestilence and nitrogen runoff and that sort of thing. It's very interesting. It's a poster session. I encourage you all to go see it. And then on the 13th, on Thursday, 10:15 a.m., I'll have a booth in the Partner Pavilion, and I'd love to meet and greet all of you there if you give me the chance to talk to you. Thank you so much, and thank you for bearing with the technical difficulties.